Coach Graham here. Miss Sandoval is still at home recuperating. And today's lesson objective is going to be to write an expository essay. And all the word expository means is to explain something. And so the cool thing about this essay is you can use it in our class, but you can also use it in any other classes. So even if your history teacher assigned you an essay, you can use this basic framework to get a good grade on that assignment as well. So in our class, we take what's called an EOC, and that stands for End of Course STAAR Test. And our STAAR Test is broken down into 4 parts. We have the revising part, the editing part, the written composition, and the reading part. Today, we're going to focus on the written composition. And freshman year, that means expository essay. The written composition is 1/4 of your total score. So it's 1/4 of your grade, which means you cannot just skip the essay and still pass the test. And remember, you must pass your English 1 EOC in order to graduate. Essays are scored on a scale of 1 to 4, and the graders look at 3 areas to determine your score. Those 3 areas are organization, ideas, and grammar. For organization, to determine your score, the graders are going to look to make sure that your essay is clearly organized. And so that's why you need to make sure you have all 4 parts that we're going to go over today. They're going to look for a strong thesis statement, and they're going to want your ideas to be in a logical order. When it comes to your ideas, they want those to be specific details and specific example, not generalizations. And they also want your ideas to be thoughtful and engaging, not basic and surface level. They really want you to think. Grammar, they're going to be looking at your word choice and your sentence variety. That means you need to have not only simple sentences, you need to have compound sentences and complex sentences as well. They're also going to be checking for your spelling, your capitalization, and your punctuation. Now, if you do all of those things well, you will score a 3 or a 4, and those 2 scores are passing. If you get a 3 or a 4, you pass the written composition part of your STAAR test. But if you don't do some of those things very well and you get a 1 or a 2, that means you didn't do a very good job and you did not pass the essay. 1 or 2 is a failing grade on the STAAR essay. So what are the 4 basic parts of your STAAR essay? The first part is a thesis statement. And a thesis statement is 1 sentence main idea of your paper. And it uses words from the prompt that they give you on the test to make that 1 sentence main idea. Your thesis statement is never a question. It's a statement, not a question. And it needs to make a claim. And a claim is something that you could argue about. Like I could claim that tacos are the best food. And you could say, no, Coach Graham, pizza's the best food. So you're claiming pizza's the best. I'm claiming tacos are the best. And that's what your thesis should do, make a claim. You also need to have 2 specific examples that prove your claim to be correct. The second and third part of your essay takes those 2 specific examples and turns them into proper paragraphs with a topic sentence, 3 STAAR ideas, an explanation in detail for each of our STAAR ideas, and a concluding sentence. Now, these types of paragraphs are the hamburger paragraphs that we've been working on this week. This is the main part of your essay, and this is where you really get your points for your ideas on that rubric. The last part, the 4th part, is the conclusion, and it is the end of your essay. You need to restate your thesis statement in a memorable way because it's the last thing that the graders are going to read. And remember, they read hundreds of essays every day, and so yours needs to stand out. Here's what a finished essay looks like. This essay scored a 3 on last year's STAAR test, and it has all the 4 parts. It has a thesis statement. It has 2 proper paragraphs, and it has a conclusion. And if you'll notice, the writer of this essay indented before each part of their essay. Every time they started a new paragraph, they had an indentation. And that's what you need to do in yours too. You need to indent before the thesis statement, indent before your first proper paragraph, indent before your second proper paragraph, and indent before your conclusion. If your essay has all 4 of these parts and you pay attention to grammar, then you will score a 3 or a 4 and you will pass the essay portion of your STAAR test.